What is up, guys? I am that boarding school dude. Welcome to another episode. Let's get right into it. We're getting the fuck out of New England. Temporarily. Coming back down 95 South. And we're going into Newtown, Pennsylvania. If you haven't figured it out by now, the George School. Let's go. Okay, guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching another episode. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button, smash the subscribe thing, comment down below, and, all the rest. It really means a lot, really helps out, really appreciate it. So thanks so much. Okay, so the George School. Full disclosure, the George School located in Newtown, Pennsylvania. It is the boarding school that I graduated from. It's our rival. Okay, I don't want to call it the redheaded stepchild of the school that I went to.
I just thought you all should know this. Chuck Sherman is a liar. I never had sex with him. He's never had sex with anyone. I know this because he told me. Once he tried to screw grapefruit, but that's all. He also told me that when he gets nervous, he sometimes wets his pants. Thank you for your time.
But, there was always this little whispering in between people that said, it's 100 years newer, their endowment's not as big, their campus isn't as big, their sports aren't as good, their academics aren't as good, blah, 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 blah. Probably bullshit. My mother lives right down the road from there, and it's a pretty nice school. During high school, I would love making the hour-long trip to George School and laying a fucking beating on their sports teams. It'd be soccer, baseball, or whatever. Man, I used to really love going there and kicking some ass. Although I will say this, there was one time where George School's baseball team came to my school and I happened to be pitching. We won the game, but I remember one kid took me fucking deep. It was a moonshot, though. Okay. Anyway, so let's get back to it. The George School. It is a grades 9 through 12 boarding school and day school located in Newtown, Pennsylvania. Approximately 593 students go there. It's going to cost you roughly 66 grand a year if you're a boarder, 43 grand a year if you're a day student. 43% students of color, 50% of the students are on financial aid, and it ranks in the top 10 in the nation in percentage of students on financial aid. So take that for what you want. I believe it's around 14 kids per class for average class size, and I believe they offer around 50 courses, 20 courses. Hold on, 43 IB classes offer international baccalaureate degree. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Before we get into the video, let me just say that, when I think of the George School, I have mixed feelings. The DNA that is written inside of me wants to dislike them because they were our rival. The, rational side of my brain makes me think that it's looks like a very well-maintained school. The buildings are nice. Their sport teams were usually always pretty competitive. The one thing that I didn't like about them is that they had the same school colors that we did, and that's really kind of a minor thing. Although I do remember one story, and I actually found out that so the boarding school that I went to, we were called the Moose, right? The Westtown Moose. That's what we were, right? Actually, we were the Westtown Quakers, but our mascot was a moose, and so whatever. We had a big moose head hanging in one of our social gathering rooms, whatever. Well, here, these little fucking bastards from George School stole our moose head. I think for a day or 2 days, something like that. Like, apparently they got on campus and and brought it back to George School and said, "Hey, we got it. We have the moose head." Left a little bad taste in my mouth. It even left a worse taste in my mouth to find out that one of our deans was actually in on the heist. Ted Lucas, I know about that, by the way. I know that you were in on that. Anyway, guys, let's just get to it. The George School.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm a day student, and I'm so excited that you could join me on this admission tour. George School?
Not for anything, but I just thought of this right now. Sometimes we would have like mixed like social dances, like on a Friday or Saturday night with George School, and like a busload of them would come to West Town for like a dance. I don't remember ever going to George School and doing that, but I want to say that like there was always this like mystique that they had like hotter chicks there than we did. So I don't know. Whatever.
In 1893, and Maine was the original building. Maine houses college counseling, admissions, the IB coordinator, the dining room, as well as 3 of the girls' residence halls on the top floor. I'm standing here on South Lawn. Students will come to South Lawn to hang out after school or on weekends. Behind me, you'll see some of our athletics fields. George School has a 240-acre campus, an amazing arboretum, and access to the Neshaminy Creek where students will go for science labs and kayaking trips. George School has a student-centered college counseling program, and all of our college counselors have worked in admission offices for highly selected universities. Support begins freshman year with course planning and workshops. Students will then meet.
Is it just me? Like, I kind of feel like I don't like her outfit. I don't know if it's like appropriate for her to be wearing something where I can see like her like gut. I don't know.
Their college counselors or sophomores.
She looks like she's about to sell like, low grade heroin in Kensington, like downtown Philadelphia or something. I don't know. She looks like she looks like a shady drug dealer. I don't know.
To discuss their PSAT scores and ask any questions about what's yet to come. I'm a senior, and I recently applied to 11 universities. I couldn't have done it without the
She's probably a really nice girl. I'm just,
with my college counselor. My junior year, she helped me decide which schools I wanted to transfer from my long list of universities to my short list of universities. And my senior year, she helped me write my personal essay and all of my supplements. This is Retford. It was built in 1906 as our first academic building. It houses graphic design, film, and painting and drawing. It's also home to our math department, where you can take courses like further math and artificial intelligence. Our math team was ranked number 1 in the Philadelphia region and number 17 nationally. This is Hollowell. It's home to ceramics and sculpture, woodworking and furniture design, as well as digital imaging and photography. I'm an IB diploma candidate, and one of the things that drew me to George School is that George School is one of the few boarding schools in the country that offers a full IB diploma program. We have a 95% success rate over the last 10 years. Students can take the full IB program and
the other 5% of students who failed the IB diploma are like, fuck this place.
earn the IB diploma, take specific IB courses and earn a certificate, or they can do a mixture of both IB and AP courses. My favorite IB course has been IBHL Economics. I've learned so much about how the economy and government works, and that knowledge has been super rewarding.
All right, let's go.
Here are paintings painted by George School students to show the construction of main building. That concludes my portion of the tour. Thank you so much for coming with me. Now,
That concludes my portion. I need to get back to selling Mexican tar in wherever.
Hi, how are you? Let's go. I'm going to show you the Molly Anderson Library, where I love to study. Let's go. The Molly Anderson Library was built in 2009 and is a LEED Gold certified building. As a senior boarding prefect, I come here every night for study hall, and it's a wonderful place to study. The library has great views and collaborative study spaces. It houses 20,000 print books and 100,000 electronic books. It also houses the Religions Department and Learning Center. The Religion Department teaches students about religions from all around the world. And the Learning Center supports...
I need a little bit more passion in this, like these tour guides. I mean, the dramatic thrust is kind of, it's lagging a little bit, guys. Come on.
In their academic skills in subjects such as math and writing. Now we are headed to the Fitness and Athletics Center. This 100,000 square foot building was built in 2014 and is also LEED certified. The Fitness and Athletics Center has an 8-lane pool, a fitness center, a movement studio, a wrestling room, and 2 gymnasiums. As a member of the track team, I often work out in the weight room with my fellow teammates, and I also do pool workouts. This is the George School Meeting House. It was built in 1812 in Philadelphia.
Is it just me, or does he like does his outfit remind you of like mid '80s LL Cool J? I think it does.
Yeah. And it was moved brick by brick to George School's campus in 1974.
He's wearing like mom jeans.
Students attend a meeting for worship every week. It is the time that we gather as a community in silence. One of my most memorable experiences was hearing a senior tell me to appreciate my time as a freshman. I enjoyed my time with you. Now I'm going to pass you over to Sarah.
So, like George School it's a Quaker school. So, they don't have like church or chapel, like, once or twice a week. They will have meeting for worship. That's what Quakers do, right? So you go into this like meeting hall and everyone essentially sits in silence for an hour. I mean, occasionally people stand up and speak, but yada, yada, whatever. It can get really boring in there because you're just sitting there in silence for like an hour. I've seen some pretty interesting pranks go down in meeting for worship. Trying to think of some really good ones. Like people letting off like not firecrackers, but like those like, what are they, like Roman candles, or like the things that I don't even know what they're called. They go like and they just whatever.
Hi everyone, my name's Sarah. I'm a senior day student prefect. Our meeting
Well, at least her outfit looks like normal, so that's good.
is also used for all the choral and instrumental classes. Now we're going to go over to Walton, where all our other performing arts classes are. Come join us. Welcome to Walton, home to our theater, dance, and stagecraft classes. Something I really love about theater is that it's open to everyone, regardless of your experience and where you come from in the world. Part of the George School experience is we have 2 academic assemblies a week. One of my favorites is when Daniel Ellsberg.
They need to like fix the audio in this video. Like outside, there's just way too much background noise with like crickets and things like that. In here, I can absolutely hear that like the air conditioning unit is like blasting on her. Have a listen.
And talk to us about the Pentagon Papers. It was so interesting. Welcome to Spruce Alvin, home to our science center, where all of our labs and equipment have recently been updated. Did you know that George School has 2 alumni that are Nobel Prize laureates in science?
Nobel? Isn't it Nobel?
Students create and build their own robots, and they compete in international contests where they often bring home first prize. In this classroom, currently I'm taking IBHL biology. We do all different types of labs, but currently I'm doing one on mesoplasms. Our next academic building is Bancroft, which houses our English and language departments. Our languages that we offer are Mandarin, Spanish, French, and Latin. Our English program focuses on teaching students to think and write analytically. It regularly produces award-winning poets and authors. It was nice showing you around campus. Good luck with your admissions process. Now I'm going to send you off to Ara.
Please let this be exciting.
Hi, I'm Ara. I'm a boarding junior, and I'm a member of the student council. Behind me, you can see is a building called McFeely. This is a building for our economics, psychology, and history departments. In this building, you can take courses such as African American history, IBHL economics, world history, and even women's history. One of my personal favorite classes that I took in this building was AP US history. I think I really got to bond well with the teacher. It was also a really great way to contextualize and learn about American history from its start to modern times. Behind me, you can see our track.
I would love to know like what exactly they're teaching in US history these days at some of these top tier boarding schools. there's a lot of different lenses that you can look through when it comes to U.S. history, and I would love to know like what angle they're taking.
It is an all-weather track that is used by various teams, and inside it there's actually a turf as well, used by our football and field hockey teams. One of my favorite things about this track is it's just so accessible. So even though while I ran winter track and used this track to kind of run around on fairly often, I can also use the turf anytime I want to, just start playing a pickup soccer game with my friends on the weekends. It's a really great track, and I love having it so close to campus. Behind me,
That is nice to have like a well-appointed new track. I think like I'm pretty sure at my school they still have like a dirt track or something. I don't know. It's like what the heck? It's expensive money, guys.
here is Drayton, one of our 9 residential halls on campus. I actually live in Lower Drayton and can tell you both about the day and boarding
Actually, I do think they put in a new track. By the way, whatever.
perspectives on campus. As a boarder, you'll be interacting a lot with your dorm head, your dorm parents, and your prefects. Prefects are kind of like your older siblings on campus, but each of the individual dorm staff kind of mentor you throughout your George School experience.
I remember one time like all these like little portable like CD players like had gone missing on like the floor that I was living on. And I don't know why, but like somebody thought that like my roommate was like stealing portable Walkmans or whatever. So I remember we're sitting there during study hall one night and like we get a knock on the door and we open it up and it's our prefect and he's like, "Hey man, like, sorry to bother you, but like, there's like rumors going around that like, so and so has been like taking, like these portable CD players and like so like we need to like search your room." Now, long story short, like he came in, they searched the room, and like they found nothing. We didn't even know what the hell they were talking about. But one thing that was like amazing is that like I had like a really disgusting roommate. Like the guy, his hygiene was just awful. He had like a shower caddy that he would like take into the shower, and like there should be like soap in there and shampoo and conditioner and that kind of stuff. The guy had no soap in there. I remember he had like a empty shampoo bottle and like he would basically fill the shampoo bottle up, like shake it up and like dump it on his head and like that was like, his version of like a shower. Well, anyway, in the middle of the night some nights he would be so lazy that like he just wouldn't want to go to the bathroom and like walk 100, 200 feet like to the bathroom or whatever. So he'd get up out of bed and he would go in the closet and you could buy like Snapple bottles from like the school store or whatever, like iced tea or the lemonade or whatever it is. Well, he would just save them. He'd get up in the middle of the night, he'd go into the closet, and he'd have a squirt inside these like Snapple bottles. When he was done, he would just like cap it, put it in, and in the morning he would just sometimes usually just take it out and put it in the trash. It was like actually repulsive, like thinking back on it now. But when they went in and like searched the room, they found all these bottles of like piss. And they're like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, dude, ask him, man. He's this disgusting animal. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, prefects.
The border, I was actually a day student. Day students also have prefects, and they were really great resources for me. I was also able to interact with boarders all the time, be it through sports, traditions, or any sort of weekend activities. In fact, some of my greatest friends on campus were boarders. I'm currently on Red Square, a big hangout hub on campus.
Red Square? Oh my God. Please don't. I mean, call it anything but Red Square. I mean, we're still in America, aren't we? God, I know most of these, like, boarding schools have like a very, very like left slant, but did you have to call it Red Square? Golly.
You come here to talk with your friends before, during, or even after classes. Over there is our Student Health and Wellness Center, and behind me is Marshall, a place where you can play ping pong or foosball with your friends. You can buy snacks from the bookstore or Betty's, our on-campus snack bar, and under Marshall are our day student lockers and our prefect room. Overall, Marshall is just a great place to chill out with friends after classes or even during the weekends. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. It was really awesome showing you around. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us at any time. Good luck!
Okay, well, there you have it. There is a admissions video tour of the school. I guess we saw everything that they wanted to show us, but like, I don't remember seeing like a grand dining hall. They didn't take us inside a dorm room. There was no like real like hype video in there or anything. I don't know. I mean, it's very plain Jane and just very kind of, dare I say, safe. I mean, they've just really played it safe on that one. I would have liked to seen like a little bit more enthusiasm with some other things. Oh God, I just got a bad taste in my mouth from that. But I'm sure they have like other videos, but that one came out like 8 months ago, guys, and now we're in May of 21. So man, I think they got to step their game up a little bit. I mean, the quality looked okay. The audio kind of sucked, and the tour guides were kids, average, nothing spectacular. Man, I don't want to hate on it that much, but like, man, if you're going to spend the money to do it, like, why don't you do it and just get people like feeling a little bit more enthusiastic about like wanting to come and visit your school? There's no enthusiasm there for me. I thought it was just very kind of humdrum. I think a lot of you guys will agree with that as well. Probably not the people who go to George School. They're probably going to look at this and be like, "Oh my God, this place is awesome." But yeah, I get that. But this is a marketing video. I didn't really see too much aside from and don't get me wrong, like the campus looks really nice. It looks perfectly fine. The buildings look great. It looks very well taken care of, and landscaping looks manicured. Nice, cool. That's great. For a marketing video, I need a little more. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a dude score of 8.0. Sorry. I mean, look, I know it's a great school and it looks well. That video, I need a little more, guys. I need a little more. 8.0. That's probably a rookie score. I mean, maybe it could go up to 8.2 at some point, but I didn't see it. So, sorry. Look, fair and balanced. That's what you get. Guys, I know this was a quick one, but look, I got a lot going on, all right? Probably pump out a couple more in the next week or two. George School 8.0. That's a review. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and the whole 9 yards. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Stay tuned. Next one's going to be a good one also.